Mai went to her own desk, opened a drawer, and pulled out a long, tangled string of fairy lights.
I thought these would look nice. Here, help me string them up.
She grabbed a container of pushpins and then pulled her wooden desk chair out and went over to one wall. I did the same with my own. Together, we pinned the lights around the perimeter of the room.
How was the train ride over? Did you meet anyone?
No, not really. I was in a compartment with some guy and...
What?
Some guy, huh? Was he cute?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't even get his name. Mai seemed disappointed for a moment, then perked back up. You'll have to... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry!
You'll have to point him out to me if you ever see him again.
Oh, okay.
It's not like we'll ever see him again, though. No way! In a school this big?
Foreshadowing!
Come on, he even has a portrait. You know we're gonna see him.
I'm annoyed at you. Continue.
Once we finished stringing the lights, Mai climbed down from her chair and brushed her hands together triumphantly.
Yeah!
Done. Okay, now it's time for lunch. The food here's pretty good. There's this ramen place down the street from campus that's like out of this world, but the school only lets us leave campus on weekends.
Mai walked to the window.
We couldn't go today because it's Sunday. It's pretty nice out. But I guess you want to get to the caf since you just got here. We could...
She was suddenly interrupted by her own enthusiastic laughter.
Oh my gosh, Mimi Santos really totally just tripped outside and fell on her face. I saw it! Oh, is that mean to laugh? Maybe I shouldn't have.
I love Mai.
Oh well. Anyways, let's go eat. I'm totally starved.
She led me out of the room before I even had a chance to respond.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, my breakfast today is a Coke Zero. Cherry Coke Zero. I make healthy life choices. I'm an adult.
Really? Because I thought you were a teenager in a boarding school.
I'm so annoyed. Why did I invite you here? Why?
I don't know. You're the one who hangs out with me.
It's true.
The cafeteria was buzzing with students excited for the new year. The only people as nervous looking as I felt were the tables of skittish, wide-eyed first years. I stepped into line behind Mai, taking an empty plastic tray. We shuffled through, asking for helpings of the sulky cafeteria workers when we passed something that we thought looked good. With trays full, Mai led me straight to a table to the back, where a few students were already sitting. Mai sat down, and I took a seat across from her.
I want this one.
Okay.
Hi, Mai. How was your break?
It was good. I went to Italy and Spain. Dad did fall off a jet ski and broke his ankle.
Uh-huh.
It's better now, though.
Oh, well, that's nice. I expected to be introduced, but the girl turned back to her group of friends, and Mai turned back to me. She began to assault her food with the fork, and tell me, in practically minute-by-minute account, about her fleeting romance last summer with a boy she met on the beach that didn't go further than a few salty kisses.
Summer lovin' happened so fast.
Accurate, though. Welcome to Mai.
I sat back and let Mai talk. For the first time since I arrived on campus, I felt like I was finally able to breathe. I picked up my Brussels sprouts and studied Mai as she spoke.
What? Brussels sprouts are great.
Okay, I've never actually had them, so I can't comment.
The more she talked, the more I began to notice small details about her.
Well...
She had a high, songbird voice.
What?
She was dynamic, her face twisting this way and that into exaggerated expressions as she spoke. She laughed often.
Why am I in this game?
She imitated people in wildly unflattering voices, seemingly unrelated to her actual opinion of them.
Why?
Like Stacy does in real life.
Wait a minute.
Did you just take a photo for it to actually, put into the video?
Maybe.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see this thing edited.
It's gonna be great.
Well, most notably, she talked. A lot. I didn't find this particularly annoying, as it filled the silence, and she hardly ever asked questions that required my full attention.
You know, just like our actual friendship.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
I love that dichotomy we have because I was raised as an only child, much like with the single parent, much like Hana. So I'm just like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then you're just like yak 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 because you have a full family.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Although usually my sister's the one that does all the talking, so I gotta make up for that somehow.
Just as Mai was rounding off a shockingly detailed account of the time she accidentally walked in on her best friend's older brother in the act of changing, a flash of familiar green caught my eye. I glanced over. Hey, that's him!
Huh? Who?
I leaned across the table to whisper, just in case he could hear me through the ambient chatter of the lunchroom. The boy from the train! That's him!
What?
Jared?
Yeah, the guy with the weird green jacket and swoopy hair. He'd just picked up his tray and was walking past us. Something seemed to caught his eye.
Hmm? Oh, you.
Also, I want to point out the music going on. This is actually Jared's theme. Not like actual pro Jared's theme, but in the game it's called Jared's theme, and it plays every time he's on screen. And I love it.
That's amazing.
I looked up at him, suddenly realizing he was talking to me.
Hana.
Hana, I met you on the train. How are things settling down for you?
Really well. I found my roommate. She's been helping me out a lot. I gestured to Mai, who was thunderstruck. In fact, looking around, everyone was. People stopped eating to turn to stare at me and Jared, my shoulders bunched around my neck.
Well, if you ever need any help, I'll be around. 3rd year, right?
I nodded.
All right.
Some of my friends are in that year. Of course, they can't compare to me, but I'll give them the heads up to look out for you.
He flashed a dazzling smile, then winked.
It's the least I can do for such a cute girl. Well, I'll see you around.
I watched, a torrent of thoughts raging through my head. He took a seat next to a bunch of guys who were all wearing the same jacket.
That's Jared!
She tore her eyes away from him to look at me.
He's so cute.
He's the most beautiful guy in school!
Oh, Jared.
I can't believe he just looked at me.
Welcome to Mai.
I'm awesome.
I looked at Mai. Her cheeks were glowing in an indecent pink. Why did they wear all those jackets? Aren't the guys supposed to wear the blue blazers as part of their uniform?
No, they're allowed to. They're...
You know Jared? The girl turned back around and was looking at me with sudden interest. Did I know him? I only talked to him on the train for a few minutes, so not really. We weren't friends or anything. But looking around, Mai and this girl weren't the only ones who were interested. Everybody seemed to be listening in. They seemed so surprised when he talked to me. Maybe a little white lie couldn't hurt?
Make your choice, Stacy.
Oh boy. Alright. Well, I mean, we did just meet on the train. I feel like Harry Potter meeting Ron and Hermione for the first time. So, I mean, he knows that I'm a transfer student. He knows that, Hana is, new. So I guess we kind of do.
And you know that he's perfect. In every single way.
Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way.
The girl looked me up and down as if she were inspecting a piece of furniture for purchase. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself earlier, did I? I'm Mimi, the girl who fell flat on her face.
Yep. Alright.
It said her name!
Yeah, I know.
Nice to meet you. So, how did you meet Jared?
Oh, come off it, Mimi. Jared's not interested.
Mai and Mimi stared at each other for a few seconds, having some kind of silent mental battle. Then Mimi turned away and continued to eat.
Sorry, it was clear that she was just trying to get in with you for her own agenda, so I cut her off.
Get in with me? Why?
Well, you asked me about those guys in their jackets, right? Those are their normal Boots Club jackets.
They're... what? What's Normal Boots Club?
I love it!
Proton John's parent has a jacket!
Yup! No, you mean John.
John, I'm sorry.
Proton John is for Runaway, guys.
And his upload schedule? Let's not go there. It's a club
What upload schedule?
It's a club we have at school here. It's like totally exclusive and only full of the coolest students. They get together and play video games. Or something. That one right there is John, also known as JonTron. His bird's name is Jack. John is also the president of the drama club here at school.
Yeah! I'm
Of
sorry,
course-
I couldn't.
Of course he would be. Of course he would be the drama club president. Next to him is PBG. He and John founded the Normal Boots Club together. PBG is one of the best soccer players on our team. Then there's Gerard. People call him the completionist because he's obsessed with completing things. He has the biggest itty-bitty kitty collection I've ever seen.
Take a wild guess.
I'm glad I read that correctly, because my brain...
Itty bitty titty kitty!
Close. My brain went itty-bitty titty kitty committee.
Teeny, itty bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
That she wore for the first time today.
I'm sorry.
Next to him is Jared, also known as Pro Jared. He's a model. Then there's Satchbag, but everyone calls him Satch. He's like crazy smart. Those guys over there are Paul, Nick, and Josh. They read a column in the newspaper called Continue.
They're the OT3.
Paul, the one standing up, is a student council president. And the guy on the end there is Shane. He knows more about video games than anyone, ever.
Did you know? Shane knows more about video games than you.
Ha.
She exhaled a dreamy sigh into her mashed potatoes. Ah, I'm sorry. Every time I'm just like, sassy sigh.
I was not expecting that.
I'm sorry. Just like she turns into her mashed potatoes. Ah. So, how would someone, join the Normal Boots Club?
You don't choose the boots, Hana. The boots choose you.
What does that even mean?
You have to be presented with the boots to be in the club, and they're like super selective.
What are the boots?
The club has this boot statue. It's like the one on their patches, but it's gold-plated. It's their mascot, I guess? They do this weird initiation ritual with it. Because these boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do!
Thank you. Ritual?
And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you! I'm gonna have to really tone down the volume of this, because this is gonna peak so badly. Oh, God. I hear they fill a room with candles and wear these totally creepy robes during initiation. This year 2 girl said she saw it once and they were like chanting backwards around the boots and it sounded like they were talking backwards. But I don't believe her. And even if it's true, I don't care if they're a cult because they're all really hot.
Do they have a lot of friends?
Yeah, tons of friends. I'd say they're the most popular kids in school. I mean, everyone in the school totally looks up to them. I bet they could get any girl in school too. Or boy, for that matter. Hey, are you gonna eat your cake?
I shook my head and pushed the plastic tray across the table to her. For the remainder of the lunch, I listened to my talk about Jared through mouthfuls of half-dissolved frosting.
Sounds like me talking about my boyfriend.
Right? Who should totally cosplay Jared?
He would not appreciate that. No.
What?
He would not appreciate that.
But he could be a model! He could be a model, my!
You're so weird.
Oh, and there's a route I want you to do now.
Which is the Pro Jared route?
No. Yes, because it's great, but there's another one. Back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the school left for me. The radio was playing a Poppy tune. Equal parts static to flower.
What?
Poppy!
Moving on.
We're keeping that? Yes! I'm not gonna say what I thought the second word was. Not appropriate for the channel.
Let's try to keep this, like, PG-13.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I will swear, but I'm gonna cut it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Might pervertedly scribbled in.
Let's just stop right there. Just put a pin in it, move on.
Mai fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over it with strikingly poor posture.
Hey.
Hey, Mai.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't bother to look up. Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309? She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man, in a powdered wig, frowning at me on the cover.
Yeah, this one.
I don't have one. The school must have missed it. Mai shrugged and set the textbook back in her pile.
They have a bunch at the library. You can just check one out. Like the boys, you can check one out.
Where is the library? Mai rifled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map. Oh, okay. I'll be back in a little bit.
Bye. Goodbye.